Okay, let's take a look at Litecoin. It's 10:19 a.m. in the morning, Eastern Standard Time, Tuesday, December 25th. Merry Christmas. Uh, Psychopaths are at it again. They're trying to dump this below $30. They started dumping it on the 24th, Christmas Eve. And you could tell it's being manipulated by. If you look at the kettling wall, it's been lowered down to 30.58. You see the 2,500, the other 2,500 is over here. This is how they manipulate Litecoin, using two large walls of the same market size. 25, in this case, it's 2,500. The reason why they put the same number on the buy and sell side, the same market size, because they're hoping that putting a positive and a negative washes it out and they could hide their deed. But look at how much dump pressure they're putting on a market that's already oversold. And they want to tell you that it's not being manipulated. These people over at Coinbase do not have the experience to run an exchange. They're IT people. None of them can actually see what. They have no clue if you mention, hey, look, there's a kettling trade designed to keep the price between them. This wall is insurmountable, and the other wall is down here. But it has a little trade in there for 2.7416 embedded in there at 29.56. Now, I don't know how many times you have to remind Coinbase of the user agreement that this is supposed to be your money put in here is supposed to be risk-free from manipulation. But here they are manipulating the hell out of Litecoin. They took 2 days worth of gains and they flushed it down the drain in 2 days. And they're crashing the price. And the way you can tell the price is being crashed is they lowered the price of the manipulating kettling walls. It's that easy. I bet you if Charlie Lee wanted some money, this would go up. Yeah, it'd go up in an instant. Him and Brian need some cash. All the gains are being wiped out. They will not even let Litecoin be $30. This has nothing to do with the market, all right? Do not compare this to the market, regular market. This is not the regular market. These are manipulators who look for news to point you at the news, and then they go and manipulate the market, and then they tell you, oh, it's because of this. Way overhead has nothing to do with it. And you guys chew on it like it's steak. They give you a bone. Look at this. What this is a show which we're telling you you're not controlling the market. We are. And if we don't want the price over $30, the price will be under $30. This makes no sense at all. If you bought coin over $30, why are you bringing it and dumping it below 30? It's manipulation. Yeah, Merry Christmas from these punks. Because that's all they are is punks. They need to go to jail. Well, we police our own books. We're unregulated. That's nonsense. Every business in the United States is regulated and expected to work between some type of guideline in the United States. You go open a business and go drive a. I'll give you an example. You go jump in the cab and start saying to everybody, I'm a cab jumper and I'll take you when you want to go. Give me money. And see if they don't take your car. All right? There's rules and regulations for every business. You go tell everybody, I'm a doctor now. Look, this Crayola crayon piece of paper says I'm a doctor. And you go see how many people let you operate on them. There's rules and regulations for everybody. You can't go to court and say, well, I'm unregulated, I'm a lawyer now. It just doesn't work that way. You have to have the proper credentials, and you have to work within the guidelines. That's the way it works with everything. Now, this massive dump, I told you, Litecoin is the same exact example of Jordan Belfort, which would be AKA Michael Armstrong in this, Brian Armstrong in this case, I'm sorry, would be Jordan Belfort, and Charlie Lee would be Steve Madden. They've done the same exact thing they've done with Steve Madden stock. They churned and burned everybody. All of these people are saying, well, Charlie Lee sold all his coin at the highest price because he was morally obligated because people said he was trying to influence the price with his tweets. But you tweeted that the coin was going on Coinbase to Brian with a lot of enthusiasm. That's manipulation. And then he sells it at the highest price we ever seen for Litecoin. And it's all a coincidence. Sir Charlie, the White Knight of Litecoin, was doing it for the betterment of everybody else. Have you ever heard such a far-fetched story in your life? And these people believe it. They think he's a nice guy because he puts his hands in his pocket and he slouches. It's a crime what they did. It's a crime, and he knows it. And he knows it. So what needs to happen is the SEC has to. I have Charlie Lee's tweets, and he's going to say, "Why were you tweeting Brian Armstrong when you could use the phone?" Number one, an email. And didn't you work in the same office as he is? So it's not like you couldn't stop at the office and talk about it. Why'd you tweet it for? And then why'd you dump at the highest price possible? And then turn around and saying just the sale of that at the price that he sold it at is a conflict of interest. I'm making a video here. Get the thing out of here before I throw it in the garbage. So I don't know why people cannot no longer use their feelings to judge somebody when, in fact, the evidence shows that these two guys perpetrated a crime. It's the same crime that other people went to jail for. Again, go see how many years Steve Madden did for what he did, burning it. They pumped up, yeah, oh, the stock is great, it's wonderful, we're gonna Lion International is gonna be selling it, this is gonna be great. And as soon as the price went sky high, everybody was buying Steve Madden stock. Jordan Belfort and Steve Madden dumped it all over everybody and walked away with millions. This is the same thing that Charlie Lee and Brian Armstrong did. It's no different. Stop covering for them. Crypto is a good idea, but what they did was bad. I'm sorry, they need to be punished for it. What they did is a crime. I can't even calculate how much they stole because I don't know how much Charlie Lee had in coin. Or Brian. You know Brian had coin too. Who are you kidding? These guys went in and pumped the market and dumped it and enriched themselves at the cost of everybody else. They need to be investigated. And they can guarantee St. Charlie didn't do it for the betterment of Litecoin. Because if he did, he would have held on his Litecoin and showed good faith in his own creation. It's a lie. Oh, they're saying Charlie Lee, oh, he did that. Yes, he did. But you know, when you come around and you play nice guy and say, I wouldn't do anything like that, and you act sheepish and humiliated and, humble and stuff, it's a lie. It's a lie. He walks around in a pair of jeans and a sweatshirt looking like the average guy. He's not. He's a multi-millionaire now. And he knows he got his money and ill-gotten gains, so he ain't going to flash his wealth. The guy needs to go to jail. They're in there manipulating the hell out of the market, using tweets, and then after he gets everybody to buy into his BS that it's going to go up to 1,000 that he stayed there. Everybody thought it was going to go to 1,000, but I sold it at 368, so I don't know what you're talking about. Charlie, did it go up to 1,000? No, it did not. It went up to $370. You sold very little below that, didn't you? This guy needs to go to jail. I like to ask him and Brian in the same room some questions because you guys get intimidated and kiss his ass. I'm not intimidated by nobody. I would just ask him, how come you guys were tweeting each other that you were going to put Litecoin on Coinbase and then you dumped it at the highest price possible? Explain that to me. Tell me some lies. Tell me how it's a conflict of interest, so you sold all your coin at coincidentally the highest price possible, at the highest price Litecoin's ever been. How do you guys believe that? Well, I went to rob his house. I broke the door down in his house and took all the stuff out because his house was on fire. I was trying to save the stuff. Why'd you put the stuff in his trunk? Well, I didn't want anybody else to steal it. That's the excuse that you got. That's how dumb it is.